Hey, lovely humans. Lately, I've been contemplating on why I hold on to relationships and try and make them work when they really hurt me, and why I try and make them work not for reasons for me, but for other people. This is something I was talking to my therapist not too long ago, and we were talking about why I still have certain family members in my life, when oftentimes I'm sharing interactions that they're not positive for me. And the reasons that I listed were like, oh, because, I want to keep this person in my life and watch out for them, and if I cut this person out, then, I'm going to lose this person too, or I'm worried about so-and-so, or I'm worried about this. And basically at the end of it, she's like, none of those reasons, you do realize that all of those reasons had nothing to do with you. And I was like, wow, damn, you're right. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day, something similar, but as an eldest daughter, we often end up kind of taking on roles in the family to, I don't know, get mom her Mother's Day gift together, or, I don't know, remembering people's birthdays, and just looking out for our siblings, and kind of being a second parent or third parent sometimes. And we were just talking about what happens if you just stop doing those things. And the question is always well, who else is going to do those things? And I think when it comes to relationships that I hold on to, sometimes it's well, then who else is going to look out for that person? Who else is going to, I'm the only one left out of whatever to hold on to a relationship. And I don't know, you know what? I think I'm realizing that I just make a lot of excuses. I'm sure, that might work for other people. I get when people have to cut family members out. Sometimes you do have to do that. But that's not me. I can't do that. That's not something I would do. I think I pride myself on trying to keep putting the effort in, trying to see other perspectives and see all sides to a situation, see the good in people, and to, just not take drastic measures. I'm the bridge builder. I'm the person that no matter how bad it is, I can find a way to make it work. I can try, and I won't give up. And I think it's the giving up. It feels like giving up when you cut someone out of your life. And I don't like that. I'm not someone that gives up. It feels like failure. It feels like saying, hey, I can't handle this. And you know what? I think that's somebody else's voice in my head. That's somebody else saying, you're too sensitive, you're too weak, you're too soft. You're a snowflake who can't have a real conversation without getting offended, or you're too triggered. And I don't know, that might be bullshit. You can be hurt. Feelings are real. And choosing to re-expose yourself to something that keeps hurting you, that's kind of masochistic, right? But I think especially with parents, there can be a lot of shame around, oh, you don't call me enough, oh, you don't do this, oh, my friend's daughter does this instead, or blah, blah, blah. And there's so much tied up in what being a good child is, being a good daughter, being a good sister, being a good whatever. It's this role, and it's maybe I don't want to play that role anymore. Maybe it's not worth playing that role anymore for me. And I don't know, I think I need to reframe. Maybe it's not admitting defeat or admitting failure. Maybe it's saying, hey, I tried everything I can, but this person's not willing to meet me in the middle. And that's really not on me, and that's not my fault. That's them. I've given them a choice. I've given them an opportunity to have a relationship that is on hopefully both of our terms. But sometimes people don't want to meet you in the middle. They don't want to see your needs and adapt to them. All that matters to them is them. And that blows. It really fucking blows. But yeah, there's a certain point where you have to ask yourself, is contorting in this way actually helpful? Like, how is this actually, like, this might actually be harming me. You know? Am I done? Am I done repeating this cycle of insanity? Trying to bend and twist and change my behavior to try and make it work, but if the other person isn't willing to do their part, it's not going to work. It's just not. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I don't know, is there a point to this video? I guess it's just sometimes saying no to a relationship isn't saying you didn't try hard enough, isn't saying that you're a failure, isn't saying that you're incapable of having healthy relationships or having relationships with people you don't always get along with. I think I'm trying to remind myself that the hope that I continue to have is what has allowed me to keep trying with difficult relationships in my life. And that's a quality I really love about myself. I try and see the best in people. And I'm hopeful. And I don't give up very easily. But we have to balance that with taking care of ourselves and also look at the data and the evidence and say, hey, I think we've tried everything, and leave it at that, you know? Let's not continue to hurt ourselves. We can always leave the door open and say, hey, when you're ready, I'm here. But this is all that I can offer. So, yeah, to any of you who are struggling with difficult relationships, especially familial relationships, yeah, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to set a boundary and say, hey, come and find me when you're ready. Gentle parent them. Because it's okay to have needs and to ask for them to be met. All right, folks, see you in the next one. Bye.